What if I told you the biggest risk in retirement is not running out of money? And that's probably everyone's greatest fear. Our greatest risk is actually running out of healthy years. Most people, and myself included, spend decades preparing financially for retirement without stopping to ask this one very important question, which is this: am I retiring early enough to actually enjoy it? The truth is, every year that we work longer than we have to comes with a price. We may boost our savings by continuing to work longer than we have to, but what we're giving up is our time. And time, as you know, is the one thing that we can never get back. So today I'd like to share with you 6 reasons why it's important to retire as early as you can. Let's dive right in. Number 1, retirement is short. That's why. In fact, retirement is a lot shorter than we believe it is. Let's say you retire at 65 years old. If you live until you're 85 years old, that's 20 years. That's 20 years of retirement, right? Well, that's really about 23% of your entire lifespan. In other words, more than 75% of your life, 77% of your life, has already been spent in school or at work. So we spend more than 3/4 of our life working and have less than 1/4 of our life in retirement. So yes, retirement is very, very short compared to the bigger scheme of things. Furthermore, not all of those 20 years are going to be healthy years, because as we grow older, we have a closing window on our health span. The best years of our golden years are the early years. That's when we are the healthiest, and that's when we're the most active. It would be great to live to 85 years old. But if 10 or 15 of those years were living with a serious health condition or a compromised health condition, then that means the best years of our retirement are now reduced down to just 5 or 10 years. So when you stop and think about it like that, you may live to 85, but you may have only 5 or 10 good years in retirement and possibly 15 years of good years in retirement. So yeah, retirement is really very, very short compared to the bigger scheme or the bigger picture of things. So the point being here is that we don't want to spend another day longer in the rat race than we absolutely have to. Number 2, a second reason to retire as early as you can is you gain more healthy years and you get them on the front end. The greatest advantage of retiring as early as you can is having all of those healthy years up here on the front end. Getting out earlier while we're still active allows us to hike and walk trails, travel, learn new hobbies, play with the grandchildren, pursue new adventures, the kind of things that may become much more difficult later in life. The decision of when to retire is one of our most important decisions. When, that is one of our most important decisions that we'll make regarding retirement. And our decision should not be based on money alone. We have to consider our lifespan as well as our predicted health span. Obviously, the earlier a person can retire, the more healthy years they're going to have over here on the front end. Equally, just as true is the later that a person retires, the fewer total years they're going to have in retirement, and they're going to have even fewer healthy years in their retirement. So the earlier you can get out, the better.